Today we will start a new chapter, that is the retirement of a partner. And here in the retirement of a partner, the most of the things are similar to admission. Okay, so that is why if admission chapter we studied, then we have to study 2-3 things or some changes are there related to some items. Then we can understand this retirement very clearly. So admission, if you studied, then it is very simple. And here also some adjustment we need to study. That is, we need to calculate a new ratio after the retirement. So calculation of new ratio is there. And gaining ratio also. In admission, we studied about the sacrifice ratio, because when the new partner is coming, all the partners are sacrificing. Here, when one partner is retiring from the firm, what is his share? That share will be gained by other partners. That is why here gaining ratio we need to find out. Then secondly, treatment of goodwill is there. Treatment of goodwill. Then revaluation. After that, treatment of accumulated profit and losses. And here one partner is retiring, so this is capital we need to settle. Settlement of new partner, settlement of retired partner. Settlement. Then capital adjustment for the continuing partner. Seventh one, balance sheet. Balance sheet for the continuing partners. So this much adjustment we have to consider for the retirement chapter. So revaluation is the same. Accumulated profit and losses also same. Then balance sheet will be almost the same. Capital adjustment also, there is no much difference is not there. Treatment of goodwill we have to study. Okay, treatment of goodwill will be new one, and a new ratio also 2-3 questions we have to practice, then we'll get a new ratio. Means this chapter after the admission, when we are studying the retirements, it is a very simple. Okay, and these are things we can study, we can complete it within 2 days class. All the things we can complete. Then we will solve some questions. Then with the 1 week, this chapter will be over. Okay. First of all, how we can find out a new ratio? For that, we can depend the practical questions. We can depend upon the practical questions. Please take your textbook, page number 4.116. 116. There, the first question. Here I will read and I will explain. Here ABC are the partners. Their profit sharing ratio is 6:5:4. Calculate a new profit sharing ratio. There 3 cases are given. If A retires, B retires, C retires. This is only given. Listen, look here. This is the profit sharing ratio of ABC. Then if A retires, then B and C are the continuing partners. If A retires, B and C are the continuing partners. For them only this new ratio is coming. For B and C, new ratio will be there. And the first case is if A retires, then the profit sharing ratio between B and C will be this one. We are eliminating this portion. What is the A's share that you are eliminating? The remaining is 5:4. So 5:4 will be the new ratio. Then second case is telling if B retires, then this B's portion we are eliminating. Then what is remaining? 6 and 4. Then new ratio will be 6:4. And if C retires, C's portion we are eliminating. Then what is remaining? 6 and 5. So 6:5 will be the new ratio. Okay, this is the one type of questions. And one more thing, this gaining ratio will be, for calculating the gaining ratio, our formula is just the opposite of sacrifice ratio. Sacrifice ratio, this is the formula. Old minus new ratio. This is the sacrifice ratio we studied in admission chapter. And here we are studying gaining ratio. Then gaining ratio is equal to its opposite. New ratio minus old ratio. This is when you are applying, you will get the gaining ratio. And one more thing, this type of questions, the first question's answer is this one. If a year retires, that only telling the question, then new ratio will be 5:4, and this only be the gaining ratio also. There is no need of calculating gaining ratio, this type of questions. We have to write the statement like that. Here gaining ratio will be same as new ratio, that is 5:4. So 5:4 will be the new ratio, and this only the gaining ratio also. This is type of questions. The reason is this one. Listen, what is the reason? Because when A retires, A's share is how much here? 6 upon 15. This is the A's share. This is A's share. B and C, they are taking in this proportion. In 5:4 proportion, B and C is getting. 5:4 only B and C is getting this much share. It means in the 6 upon 15, B's share will be this into 5 upon 9, and the C's share will be 6 upon 15 into 4 upon 9. This much the C also will get. And lastly, when you are applying this formula, gaining ratio is equal to new ratio minus old ratio, lastly you will get the same only will get. If you are calculating, also will get the same gaining ratio. Okay, that is why this type of questions. There is no need of calculating anything. If a A retires, we can tell only this is the new ratio. If B retires, this and this we are taking, then 6:4 is coming. And if a C retires, this portion we are eliminating, and the 6:5 will be the new ratio. New ratio only the gaining ratio also, this type of questions. Okay, so first question, answer is over. And the second question, please listen to the second question. X, Y, and Z are partners sharing profits in the ratio of 2/3, 1/4, 1/12. Calculate the new ratio if X retires. So first of all, we have to make the common denominator for all the things. Here the old ratio is 2/3, 1/4. And one more is there, 1/12. So we have to make a common denominator. That will be 12. Then 4, 8/12, 3/12, and 1/12. So it is a 8:3:1. This is the old ratio. We just rearrange the denominator same for all. Then we got 8:3:1. Now who is retiring? X, Y, Z are the partners. X retires. Then this portion you have to eliminate. What is remaining? 3:1. New ratio will be 3:1. And this only the gaining ratio also. 3:1 will be the gaining ratio. This gaining ratio we needed for the goodwill treatment. Okay, gaining ratio we are using for the goodwill treatment, and this we are using. Then today itself we can complete the calculation of new ratio. So first question and the second question I explained. Now the third one, it is a difference. This we can solve. Third one is LMO are where partners in a firm sharing profits in the ratio of 3:2:2. M retires and his share was divided equally between L and O. Calculate the new profit sharing ratio of L and O. So this you please solve it. Okay. Question number 3 we can solve. Old ratio of LMO. M. That means this one. This partner retires, and it is telling that his share was taken equally between L and O. So new share of L. L is already having 3/7. This is his old share. Plus, he is getting half of this. Material partner is M. M's share this much. It's half he is getting. That will be 2/7 into 1/2. This much he is getting. Okay. Then how much will come? This is coming how much? This is 2 and 2. We can cut 1/7. 3/7 plus 1/7. So this share will be 4/7. New share of L. Then new share of O. O is the old share is 2/7. Plus retired partner's share is 2/7. It's a half. 1/2. This 1/2 will be 1/7. So 2/7 plus this when you are doing you will get 1/7. So 3/7. New ratio is 4:3. New ratio is coming 4:3. Then question 4A. Question 4A. A, B, C are partners sharing 4:3:2. B retires. His share was taken by A and C in the ratio of 3:2. In the previous question, it is equally, but here they are taking 3:2 proportion. This we can find out. Firstly, all the ratio we are writing. All the ratio of A, B, C. B retires. Then A new share of A will be A is the old share is 4 upon 7, what 4 upon 9 plus retired balance share is 3 upon 9. 3 upon 9 is retired balance share. This in how much amount A will get? Question saying that in 3:2 proportion, that is a 3 upon 5. Okay, and a new share of B. B is the old share is no C. New share of C. C is the old share is 2 by 9 plus B's share was 3 upon 9 into in 3:2. They are sharing. It's a 2 upon 5. Did you understand this portion? This you understood. This is what 3 upon 9 is what? B is a share. And how 3 upon 5 is coming? In the question it is saying that this will be shared in 3:2 ratio. So 3:2 means 3 upon 5 for A. And for C, 2 upon 5. So this we have to work out. So we will get 29:16. Okay, this is okay now. Then now some other question also, when you are going to solve a full question, in that also calculation of new ratio will be there. Then we can see later. And the gaining ratios equation I given. What is the gaining ratios equation?
New ratio minus old ratio.
New ratio minus old ratio. This is the formula for gaining ratio. Question number 7A we can solve. 7A. Question 7A. This formula is required. Okay. Then on this date, the new profit sharing ratio of Ashish and Naman will be 3:1. New ratio of 3:1. Then we have to find out a gaining ratio. This part is gain. We are using that formula, new ratio minus old ratio. New ratio is 3/4. Old ratio is 2/5. Denominator should be same. Then only we can write in the ratio numerator. Gain ratio is equal to 7:1. Okay, now I am going to teach what is the treatment of goodwill. Okay, that journal entry we can study only one journal entry only coming. Treatment of goodwill. Next topic. This is the journal entry for goodwill. Continuing partners capital account debited to retiring partners capital accounts, and this should be in gaining ratio. In gaining ratio, this will be debited. Continuing partners capital account debited to retiring partners capital account, that is the journal entry for the goodwill. And this is the goodwill of inherent goodwill. For the inherent goodwill, this is the treatment. Continuing partners capital account debit in gaining ratio to retiring partners capital accounts. And if a purchaser goodwill is there, this will be same as in the case of admission. In case of admission, what is the journal entry for purchaser goodwill? There are two goodwill we are writing. Debit will be old partner. So here, old partners. This entry we studied in the previous chapter. The same will be repeating here. Old partners capital account debited to goodwill. This is for the purchaser goodwill. What is the meaning of purchaser goodwill? This will be given in the balance sheet. Purchaser goodwill will be given in the balance sheet. And this goodwill that may be given in the question outside the balance sheets. Otherwise, we will calculate according to any one of the four methods. According to average profit methods or super profit methods or capitalization methods, this goodwill we will evaluate. Then this is the journal entry. And if here goodwill is given the balance sheet, then this entry we studied in the previous case, the same entry only coming. Okay, so this only the goodwill treatment. Like
So why we are not giving to retiring partner?
Eh?
Why we are not giving to the retiring partner that goodwill?
Old
Yes,
means,
this is one.
old means retiring partner also there.
Okay.
Okay, it is a old. Retiring partner is the old partner. Continuing partner also include in that. Okay, and this one retiring partner. Here retiring partner's share of goodwill we are adding to his capital accounts, and this will be reducing from the continuing partner's capital. Here we are not giving the money just now. Money will be giving later only. Okay, so this is only the treatment of goodwill. Now we can write the journal entry for goodwill. Okay, one question we can see. Question number 8. Question number 8 we are solving. LMN are three partners sharing profits in the ratio 4:3:2. M retires and the goodwill is valued at 1,08,000. No goodwill account appears as at in the books of the firm. This means in the balance sheet. In the balance sheet, there is no goodwill is appeared. L and N will share future profit in the ratio 5:3 respectively. Past journal entry for goodwill. Here purchaser goodwill is not there. Inherent goodwill is given. It is a 1,08,000. 1,08,000 is the total goodwill. We have to find out only new partners share. Okay, for that only this entry is coming. Continuing partners capital account up to retiring partners capital accounts. Retiring partners share only coming as the amount. Then before passing the journal entries, we need to find out the sacrifice ratio. Sorry, gaining ratio. So that we can do first. Okay, write old ratio this is and the new ratio this is. Then find out the gaining ratio. Denominator same. So 30 is to 11 will be gaining ratio. Okay. Then we are going to the journal entry. Journal entry will be. Okay, please note the journal entry. Who is the continuing partner? If M retires, who is the continuing partner? L and N. That account we are debiting. So the journal entry will be L's capital account debit. L's capital account debit. N's capital account debit. L and N. Okay. L's capital account debit. N's capital account debit. To M's capital. To M's capital. Firstly, we need to write the M's capital amount. That will be 1,08,000 into 1,08,000 into what was his share? His share was 3/9 or 1/3. Okay, how much will it come? 36,000, I think. So 2 M's, 36 is correct now. 2 M's capital will be 36,000.
Yes, sir, it is correct.
Yes. Then the debited account is L's capital and N's capital. Sacrifice ratio is 13:11. So in this ratio, 13:11, this amount we have to distribute. So it is coming 6,000. $19,500 first partner. $16,500. And the credit will be 36. Else capital account debit will be this one. Else capital debit will be 16,500. To MC capital 36,000. So this is the entry for goodwill. Only one entry only possible. Okay. So today this is enough. Tomorrow onwards, recorded class also will be there. So from tomorrow onwards, we will start a full question. Full question means we are making revaluation accounts, capital accounts, and the balance sheet after retirement. This will make you from tomorrow onwards. Okay. So today I taught how to find out the new ratio, how we can find out the gaining ratio, what is the journal entry for inherent goodwill as well as purchased goodwill. Okay. So if any doubt is there, you can ask me now.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, you are told in one of the class that profit and loss adjustment account, if question it is asked, then we have to write that if we don't write, we will get means we will lose 1 mark. But I have clarified that many schools are not following this. Means if only revaluation account is written, then also they are getting marks.
Actually, in the syllabus, it is mentioned. We have to make a revaluation account, or the other name of revaluation account is profit and loss adjustment account. So if an adjustment is asking, then you have to give the heading as profit and loss adjustment account. You are telling about that one now?
Yes, sir.
Yes. If a question, what the question is asking, we have to make that only. If a profit and loss adjustment is asking, then you make the revaluation account. It is okay, but the heading should be profit and loss adjustment, not a revaluation. Things are same only. What is asking, you have to make that. Then anything else?
So what is the portion of chapter 4?
Chapter 4 up to death. Before death, what is given, everything we will study. And in retirement, some question also not there. Actually, death is starting from question number 40 onwards, but all the questions from retirement also not required. Some questions are excluded. Question number 36 not required. Uh, 37 also not required. So 37, 36, it is not there. If a retirement is happening in between the years, that will not come. If the books of accounts are closing, on 31st March, then retirement also should be on 31st March. That is there in the syllabus. And the books are closing on 31st March, and if the partner is expired on 30th June, that is not there in our syllabus. That is excluded. So the question which I told 36 and 37, this in this case the retirement is happening between the years only. That is why the other two questions are not there. Okay, anything else? Ambiga, Anchal, Anchali, Apurva, any doubt is there? Prasanada, Shreyansh,
Sir, in chapter 3, last topic, you are told no change in profit sharing ratio. So that I did not see anywhere in chapter 3. Means is it excluded from the printing also?
No, chapter 3, that portions are there. Last day when you asked, I told you this from this question to this one. Again, I will tell the question number in admission chapter. Question number 82 onwards. 82, 83, 84, 85, 86. So this is based on changes in profit sharing ratio. Okay, that we are not studying. 82, the second point, did you see? Second point, when they do not want to distribute the general server and prefer to record an adjustment entry for the same. This is the portion is eliminated. Changes in profit sharing ratio starting from here. So those questions there is no need to study. Up to 81, 81, this is our syllabus only. It is coming under our syllabus. Okay, I think the time is already over. We are reaching near about 1 o'clock, only 1 minute is remaining. If any doubt is there, you can ask. Otherwise, we can wind up. And exam kit will be providing from the school. The date I will inform you end of this month. You will get the exam kit, means the answer sheet you will get from the school. You have to come and collect. And before that, one request is you have to submit your fees and all. Okay. Okay, then let us wind up.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, welcome.
Thank you, sir.